All right, y'all, I'm in my bed. Final trading update, for real, for real. So I'm just explaining all the things I'm gonna do and in that order, and then this will be the update. So basically, I don't want to give up on SPX yet. So I think I can still trade the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle with futures tomorrow, and then with SPX, I'm gonna trade the 4-hour candle, and that starts at 9:30 for them. So I should be able to get in a trade at 9:30 with the options, get in a trade at 10, and then power hour for options. I asked ChatGPT about it, as you see, and they said I should focus only on power hour, even at 3:40 p.m. You see what I'm saying? They said you can still flip, but my entries have to be perfect. It was only really one day last week where, as you see here, where 9:30 we opened down here, we came up, and then we kind of finally pushed at 11:30 down. But the rest of the days, 9:30 you open, and it's the biggest candle. So this is the 4-hour chart, biggest candle. Even here yesterday, boom. Friday, boom, sells, and then obviously people got a bunch of returns. I seen a girl get 1,000% down, 7% back up. So they are sitting on chart a lot, but hopefully I won't. I'll just go get in a short, have an alert set when we get here, and it's sold here, and then boom, I can look and see if we are going to push up. Because there are days where we don't get a big move at, like, like the last candle is small. Like, it's, this whole day was small. This is ass. This little day here. So I guess on this day, we probably should have waited for an actual directional move out of this range. What was this? Thursday. So yeah, we might not have traded Thursday at all. But Wednesday, great 4-hour candle. Monday, I mean, this was Monday, great 4-hour candle. Tuesday, great 4-hour candle. Wednesday, not terrible, but this one, the no, yeah, this Wednesday was But no, this is the day, yeah, I bought way out the money and it didn't move much. But people got in on this big 130 candle. But I got in at 10 o'clock and I caught the whole move down. So 9:30 open here, it did go up. No, 9:30 open here, it's a downward candle. It did go up though, and then it closed. So if I just would have bought something in the money here, it would have been fine, or waited to get here. So I'm gonna see if I can just play the first 4-hour candle, which is usually the bigger one. We have one here, and we have one here, and then power hour first next week. I might try to take a future trade at 10, but we'll see how I feel. I usually go to the gym, but I'm about to start going to the gym at night or earlier before I wake up, because I like to like get in a trade, record my TikTok shop videos, see how the trade plays out, and I can like upload my YouTube recap, and everything is just in that few hours. Um, it's gonna be nice to get another computer though, and I can just have this computer for TikTok shop and have the Windows computer for trading. But I'm gonna see if we can just trade, like I said, the 9:34 hour candle with SPX and just like your target, so it ends in the money. This day was a shorter day, but maybe I could have bought something. I think a lot of people traded this in the afternoon. They got 500% on this candle, this 130 candle. That was, yeah, this day. They played that, and then we got a nice push at the end of the day too. The last hour. So that's power hour. Power hour is, you didn't get a good one this day because we ran up at 1, but you got a decent one there. I played this day and lost because it was chopping. I got a good one there. Not so great there. You got a great one here. You need a nice big candle like that. There is a girl named Rose who posted a strategy. I can link it in this description of her option trading power hour. She says she uses divergence from the Sati phase oscillator. It didn't work this day though, because we did get divergence here, but that's the end of the day. We took out this high. No, it's still lower high. But she looks for like lower high, divergence, like how it was ES and NQ. You want to see higher highs and higher highs on here and not lower highs. So there was divergence here, but the move wasn't really moving. High, lower high. See, we're going higher, higher high. And this high is still lower than this high. And that high is still higher, and this high is lower. So there was divergence, and that's the biggest move of the afternoon, but it didn't really take off like it should. That's how she does it. I might get rid of this volume stack, but because it's not really helping. It comes in the end of the day, which That's the end of the day anyway. So yeah, I might get rid of this volume stack. Yeah, and just leave the oscillator. Boom. So then if SPX doesn't work in the morning for me, really is what I'm testing this week. The 4-hour candle, like if it's just too expensive. Obviously it worked last Tuesday. If I can't get flips, I put $4.50 in the paper trading account with WeBull. Hopefully it doesn't glitch like Thinkorswim was, and I can actually really practice. Then I will just go to futures in the morning and then still power hour. Since ChatGPT said if you're gonna you focus on anything, you should do power hour. Even gave me examples. This SPX sits at 320 at 3 p.m. Buy the 340 call for $15. So it's only that's like 4 out the money. For $15, and then it went to 342 in final 15 minutes, and the contracts went from being worth 15 cents to $2, which is $15 to $200. Yeah, $15 to $200. It gave me real examples. They just said for medium dick, I said if I had to pick one, you need to wait for better entries. It said that like don't just get in at 9:30. Like look on the 15-minute, 30-minute, hour charts for better entries on that one. Because SPX does have one directional move per day. And if it has 30-50 point move, you can turn $30 into $300. So I'm gonna try that first. I might still trade the futures, like I said, the NQ. But my goal is to focus on this week first. And if it doesn't work, if it's just too expensive, like I said, I'm starting with a small account. I'm not putting $10,000, $5,000 on option account. I'm putting in, I would love to put in like $200, but I did have $470 left in my futures account. So, and even the losses I took last week were still only like $172 total, instead of like every loss with futures is either $50 or $100. I'm trying to do 1 to 2, so I've been having it at 50. But if I go back to NQ could easily probably stop that out. So we'll see. Obviously, on the last day I traded, we had no drawdown on NQ. I just, took the trade on ES, and ES didn't play out for me. We went up first, and then at 10 o'clock, and then we went down at noon. So that's what I took. So I can load that for y'all. I didn't mean for it to go like this. But y'all saw the video. Y'all saw the recap on Ninja Trader. I mean on YouTube I put, so. Where's the back? Oh, it's a new tab. Well, I don't care. So there's that, and what is happening? That's what the plan is. So I'm not going to do any more updates. I'm just going to trade and do the recap. So tomorrow's recap will be the options. I'll do the options in the morning. Unless, like I said, it takes this time to play out. And then might as well just wait for power hour. Or I'll do the recap and then trade power hour first. To see if I can get these nice flips off these big candles. Even here, 9:30 open this day, Thursday. Our target was here. The high of the previous day. This is low of previous day, but then we're taking the weekly low. Boom. So I think it's a little easier to read. Here we're at a point of resistance, and if our value gap, we want to go here. We didn't really have a target though. It didn't take out any highs. It just went up and then went down in the afternoon. Which is kind of decent down candle too, but it wasn't like this one that came like a great CRT that took out the other side. And then this day we did come down first and then came back up. So your entries here, if you do 9:30, which is my goal, and then this would be the day. Either it got stopped out or held till 0 and maybe got a smaller loss, so I held the whole day. But then here at 9:30, you get a little bit of a wick and then it runs up, boom. So that's what I want to catch. Like boom, 9:30 in, barely any drawdown, up. Same. 9:30, boom, barely any drawdown, up. So we're gonna see if that works with SPX. If not, it would be nice to just do power hour too, because then I can still trade futures in the morning and trade on my funded account. But I just want to see if it's worth it, because if I can, the thing about options too, it's gonna flip. Whether you buy a $100 contract, $200 contract, I just have to see if they're cheap enough for me to do it with a small account. and it might not be cheap all the time. Versus at the end of the day, they are always cheap. There are always lottos. You can pay $40, $50, $60. Like they're super cheap in the afternoon. So that might be the move only. So we shall see. That's what it is. That's what it's gonna be. And I'll keep y'all posted. Everyone's like, don't give up on this. Like on options, you see the material like $45 to $45 to $100, $35 to $2,500 per contract. So obviously this is a one-off. I put this on the internet and everyone's complaining like a 6,000% is not happening all the time. So let's not get crazy. But you know, this going to 1,000 or this going to 500 is very doable. $35 going to $500 is doable. So we're gonna see. And like I said, I don't want to go through this learning curve and it hurts my trading. So I'm not gonna just like, if I could just, I know futures, I'm getting my money every day. I can get my 100, my $200 every day. And then if I lose, just cannot go on tilt and not be emotional. Like, hey, our next target is this high here. Boom. So we're gonna see how it goes. I got my WeBull, as you can see, and I'm excited to see what works. And hopefully, if I can do all three, it would be nice. I might can take a trade because by the time I enter this trade, I can like journal and then take the 10 a.m. trade with the NASDAQ. I need to open this in another window. There's just so many tabs. And then power hour at the end of the day. Yeah, so on this day, we bounced off this broadening formation at 10 o'clock. So that's why I got in on ES. Just so annoying. I got in on ES when we went up first here. And it went 60 ticks my way, and then I needed 80 to get my $200. But as you see on NQ, we got 200. So it would have been a perfect trade on NQ with a little bit of drawdown right here, but barely any drawdown. And then obviously the trade of the day was this noon trade at 12:15. But at least it wasn't like, so yeah, it's like this where like if I got at least 9:30 opened higher, then our pullback at 10. Versus some days you open at 9:30, it'll go up higher and then dump at 12. And then your options just a little, out of the money, but I think we'll be fine. I'll leave this up. I'll leave all three of these up. My computer can handle it. And we're just going to see, y'all, how it goes. I'm not giving up. I'm chilling because I have TikTok Shop making me money every day. And then I can't wait to finally get back in a groove if I'm trading the same thing every day, whether it's options or futures trading again. Yeah, this is the process of trading. Honestly, I was so profitable. Everyone's like, you were so good like last year, like what's happening? And I think I am kind of getting off the rocker, trying new things again, like a beginner. And it's already June. Like we're 6 months in the year, like girl. So I think I have wasted a lot of trading this year. And I should have probably just stuck with what I was doing. But even though a lot of my ICT trader friends said what they were doing last year wasn't even working either. So a lot of them are either trading at 9:30, some of them are trading at noon. Kononia is trading at like the 11:50, 12:12 macro a lot. Not even trading at 10 a.m. like we were. So there's that. So we'll just have to see. Obviously, the supply and demand traders are chilling because they've been sitting all day, which a lot of these traders do too. They sit on the chart all day. A lot of the ICT traders, we were like time and price. But some ICT traders do sit on the chart all day. That just wasn't my thing. I liked how I could get on at a certain time and just get off. And that's what was kind of hurting. So we'll just see.